This conference will now be recorded.
I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order for Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Roll call, please.
Mayor Kodowski.
Here.
Dennis Persick. Here. Gary Paul. Carrie Rathburn.
Here.
Andy Krowski.
Here.
Dale Quinn.
Here.
And I think Dan was supposed to come.
Please stand for the pledge. And please remember our men and women throughout the world in uniform. Before we start with any of the items here, I just would like to welcome our newest member of our Site Plan Committee. We have Carrie Rathburn, who is our newest member. Thank you, Carrie, for serving your community. Okay, number 4, I have no changes to the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, action on the site plan review minutes from the regular meeting of January 17, 2023.
Move to approve.
Second by Andy. We have a motion and a second to approve those minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 6, review plans for the following locations. 6A, action regarding the site plan review request by WPS for new storm ponds at 2850 South Ashland, parcel VA-176. Aaron.
All right, I'll just bring it up on screen here. And there it is. All right, this is a fairly straightforward site plan review. WPS is resurfacing all of their parking areas on their Ashland Avenue campus. And as part of that, they're going to be installing 2 new storm ponds. As you can see on the screen, right here and right here. This is on Baton Road. This is their primary entrance off of Baton Road. The 2 storm ponds, one will be a wet pond and one will be a dry pond. The western pond, this one right here, will be the dry pond, and the eastern pond right here will be a wet pond. Both ponds are located inside the WPS fence, so there's no danger to the public as far as walking and falling in or anything like that. So they are secured from access. Again, pretty straightforward proposal. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, representative of the applicant from Rupert and Milky is also in the audience.
Does anybody have any questions, concerns, thoughts? I don't have any. It's pretty straightforward. Gary, do you have anything that you'd like to add to this?
He's on mute.
I'm assuming not. Okay. Then I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve the site plan for WPS for the storm ponds at 2850 South Ashland.
Question,
Yes, Gary?
are these connected into any of the storm ponds that we have in the village, or are they all separate from ours?
These are separate. So these are WPS owned and operated storm ponds.
I think we had a question on maintenance of that. Is that a concern?
No, it'll be maintained same as any other storm pond that's privately held in the village.
Okay, all right, not a problem.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any other concerns or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. 6B, action regarding ordinance number 02-5-23, amending section 17-6-200, parent I, signage, Ashwaubenon Municipal Code. Aaron.
All right, this is a staff requested amendment to the sign code to allow an option for site plan review committee to review and act upon a request for a fourth wall sign for large buildings. Large buildings defined in the proposed ordinance as 5 stories and 200,000 square feet. This was as a result of some of the discussion that occurred regarding the Bellin Ambulatory Surgical Center to be located on the old Menard site, where they were approved for a third wall sign, and there was some discussion about a request for a fourth wall sign. Without this amendment, there's no ability to request a fourth wall sign. So this would accommodate a fourth wall sign pending site plan review committee's approval for the Bellin, should they decide to apply for it in the future, as well as any other building that is at least 5 stories and 200,000 square feet.
Okay, Gary?
I would have one question in regards to how many presently 5-story buildings we have in the village right now, approximately.
Let's see, we have Element, the office, Titletown office building, and Titletown apartments would be the 3 that I can think of off the cuff.
Okay. Thank you.
So then, Aaron, do they have to meet the same square footage signage? You know how we figured that out with fascia and all?
Right, yep, exactly. Still have to follow the same requirements as a third wall sign, as far as the 10% or 20% of the face.
Of that side?
Correct, yep.
Just that side.
Aaron, there are provisions in there for being in whatever area that has something to do with the recommendation of the fourth sign, I'm assuming. Close buildings to that would not be allowed, I'm assuming.
So correct, it'd be up to the site plan review committee based upon the same criteria for a third wall sign. So taking into account surrounding uses, whether they're residential, commercial, industrial, so on and so forth.
Very good.
All right, Aaron, I did have one question, just for my own understanding with respect to term in the language here. Spatial environment, can you clarify that a little bit for me? I'm not familiar with.
Sure, that would just be the general area upon which it's located. So if we use the Bellin building as an example, so the area that's around there is primarily industrial and commercial. So would this fourth wall sign or third wall sign for that matter have any kind of negative impact on those uses in that area?
Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns, comments? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make it.
Dan's making a motion to approve.
Second.
Andy, second. We have a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 02-5-23, amending the signage for Ashwaubenon Municipal Code. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Now, before we go to department reports, our next meeting is scheduled to be on February 21, and that is Election Day. So we cannot be in here, and we cannot be in Conference Room A because they're used for election. Is it everybody available on February 22, which is Wednesday at 3 o'clock?
Let's see. Yeah, you can do it virtually,
No,
can't you?
yeah, I can do it virtually if I have to.
I'm good.
I can-
Okay.
there's no-
Dale, Dennis, Carrie's here. Dan said he could do it virtual. Gary, I'm assuming you can do virtual. Andy?
Barring any snowstorm, yes.
Okay, we're not going to have snow on the 23rd.
That would be good.
We're not
Or
gonna
on the
have snow tomorrow.
22nd.
I would be happy.
Okay,
Try to ski this weekend.
okay, so now we have department reports.
Okay, let's see, we'll continue to be busy. In terms of different projects, just trying to think and update. We are in negotiations with a development group on the former San Luis site for active senior housing and new branch, or new Ashwaubenon branch of the Brown County Library. So that's going to be a very exciting project. Right now, they're doing their due diligence. We're going through a planning option where they can basically have control of the site to do any kind of environmental assessments they need to take care of, start preparing some of their site planning documents to bring those forward. So when those come forward, again, I'm pretty excited about this project. I think it'd be a really great addition to the community. So that's one that will be coming forward at some point in the future, all things being equal. Couple other items. Let's see. The Berkshire Ashwaubenon, the affordable senior housing project and workforce housing development on Mike McCarthy Way in Borvan is really under construction right now. If you haven't had a chance to drive down Mike McCarthy Way, the change there from even a year ago is phenomenal. Between that, as well as the merged urban development called the Commonplace with Odyssey Climbing and Fitness, which just opened, I believe, yesterday afternoon. Take a drive. It's something just to see the change that's happened there, especially from when it was the old truck equipment property and Potts Avenue. The Hampton Inn on Morris Avenue continues to develop at breakneck speed. They want to be open by next May, and I'd say they're on track to do it. Bohemian Park, building number 2 is making good progress, and Element building number 4 is in the ground, and they're working on their footings and foundations right now. So we've had a lot of activity in the community, and thanks to the committee for taking the time to review those and bring those forward.
Okay. So that being said, I need a motion to adjourn.
Nobody wants to make motions. I'll make a motion.
We have a motion. Dennis is a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed. Motion carried. We're done. See you at 5:30, Gary.
This conference